Frederick Henry Royce, born in 1863 in Alwalton, England, is the individual in question. Henry was the youngest of 5 children. James and Mary, his parents, operated a flour mill. James had pursued his father's career path. However, he was lacking in business acumen. The Royce family endured years of destitution, as profits were inadequate. The situation deteriorated, and in 1867 they were compelled to declare bankruptcy. To establish a more improved existence for themselves, the family relocated to London. Henry, who was 4 years old at the time, had already secured his first employment as a bird scarer on a nearby farm. He received a weekly salary of 6 pence. Then, in 1872, tragedy struck once more. Henry's father passed away. Henry, who was 9 years old, was among the children who were required to contribute to the household's financial stability. He commenced the distribution of telegrams and the sale of newspapers. Henry's early years of adversity had a profound impact on him, and by the time he reached the age of 15, he had only completed 1 year of his education. He commenced an apprenticeship with the Great Northern Railway Works as a young adolescent. Henry, despite lacking a formal education, seized every opportunity to further his education by studying algebra, French, and electrical engineering in his leisure time. His aunt had extended him financial assistance. However, he was compelled to resign after 3 years as a result of a financial constraint. Henry briefly worked for the Electric Light and Power Company in London after leaving his apprenticeship at a tool-making company in Leeds. He relocated to Liverpool in 1882, where he continued to work for the Electric Light and Power Company. Nevertheless, his genuine aspiration was to establish engineering as his full-time occupation. Consequently, at the age of 22, he established a business with his engineer associate, Ernest Claremont. F.H. Royce and Company was the name they gave to the company, and they labored tirelessly for the next few years to produce electrical components, including dynamos and doorbells. The company continued to expand, and by 1894, they were also producing electric cranes. Nevertheless, Henry's curiosity shifted to motor vehicles. Although Henry Royce is a critical figure in the Rolls-Royce narrative, the brand's name implies that there is an additional individual who should not be overlooked: Charles Stuart Rolls. Charles Rolls, the youngest child of Lord and Lady Langaddock, was born in 1877 in the affluent Berkeley Square of London. He pursued mechanical engineering at Trinity College, Cambridge, after cultivating an enthusiasm for engineering from an early age. Charles was a man who knew how to make a statement. He was the first undergraduate to own a motor car, having traveled to Paris at the age of 18 to purchase a Peugeot Phaeton. He acquired the moniker Dirty Rolls due to his reputation for tinkering with engines. Charles utilized the funds to finance his athletic endeavors during the period of economic expansion. He was not only an enthusiastic racer and pioneering motorist, but also an enthusiastic aviator. Understandably, both of these pastimes are not inexpensive. Nevertheless, Charles's enduring passion would ultimately result in a cost that exceeded his financial resources. As Henry managed his enterprise, F.H. Royce and Enterprise, his interest in motor cars grew. In 1901, he resolved to enhance a second-hand 2-cylinder Decauville car that he had acquired. However, he desired a more advanced vehicle and therefore decided to construct it independently. The enterprise had been established by Henry 2 decades prior. His initial automobile was a resounding success, prompting him to develop additional models. He sold one of the 3 cars he had constructed to one of their shareholders, Henry Edmunds, and gave the other to his business partner, Ernest Claremont. Henry Edmunds was ultimately responsible for coordinating the encounter between Rolls and Royce. Henry Edmunds was a friend of Rolls and a shareholder in Royce's company. Although Rolls had consistently favored 3- and 4-cylinder automobiles, Royce's 2-cylinder vehicle had a significant impact on him. He was certain that he had discovered what he was seeking within minutes of observing it. He immediately consented to sell as many motor cars as Royce could produce after driving the vehicle. The duo of the 2 males was distinctive. In addition to a dramatic age disparity, there was also a disparity in education and class. To begin with, Rolls was 26 years old, while Royce was 41 years old. The youthful Rolls had received a luxurious education at the esteemed Trinity College, while Royce's abilities were primarily self-taught. Royce had been working diligently to make ends meet, while Rolls had spent his young adult years racing around in his fancy automobiles. Are they capable of achieving mutual understanding? Although Henry Royce and Charles Rolls were two individuals who were vastly different, they also formed an exceptional partnership. The Rolls-Royce Company was established in 1906 as a result of the vehicle's massive success. Subsequently, the six-cylinder Silver Ghost was introduced. It was declared the world's finest automobile within a year. This is truly remarkable. However, they must also acknowledge the assistance of Charles's partner. Vision is essential for the development of a brand. Thus, while Henry and Charles were engaged in the construction and sale of automobiles, Charles's partner, Claude Johnson, assumed the position of managing director. He was aware of the importance of enhancing the company's reputation, and, being the publicity genius that he was, he organized a series of stunts to advertise the reliability and quietness of Rolls-Royce motor vehicles. One of his initial advertisements for the 40 to 50 horsepower motor car touted it as the best car in the world. Not one of the best, but the best. The phrase that would eternally be associated with Rolls-Royce was introduced by Claude in that advertisement. The demonstration of Rolls-Royce's exceptional performance and the subsequent global demand for their world-class engineering were both highly effective. Claude was so essential to the company's success that he was referred to as the hyphen in Rolls-Royce. Naturally, marketing alone will only take you so far, and Henry and Charles were committed to providing the highest quality conceivable. Henry was recognized as a diligent worker who failed to consume healthy food. Regrettably, these habits had a profound impact on his health. However, it was remarkable that he would outlive his business companion, Charles, by a few decades. Daredevil Charles's fascination with aviation continued to expand as time passed. He even attempted to persuade Henry to create a design for an aero engine. However, Henry declined. Charles acquired a Wright Flyer aircraft to persist in his aviation aspirations, and he conducted more than 200 flights with it. He was the first individual to complete a non-stop double flight across the English Channel in 1910. However, everything underwent a significant transformation just 1 month later. Charles was fatally injured in an aircraft accident that occurred during a flying demonstration in Bournemouth. He was only 32 years old. His premature death marked the conclusion of the brief Rolls-Royce partnership, and he became the first Briton to perish in a plane accident. Henry would now be obligated to continue their legacy independently. Rolls-Royce's reputation for exceptional engineering and quality was established by Henry's innovative designs and his innate work ethic. He steadfastly adhered to his fundamental principle of achieving the most exceptional design by utilizing the most exceptional materials and the most meticulous craftsmanship. In his own words, aim for excellence in all that you undertake. Enhance the most exceptional existing product. Design it when it does not exist. The company expanded its operations to include the production of aviation engines, a product that Charles had previously requested during the First World War. The organization achieved remarkable success over the subsequent 2 decades. Regrettably, Henry continued to experience health issues, and in 1933, he passed away due to digestive tract complications. His final sketch was composed at his bedside just hours before his passing. He was 70 years old. Rolls-Royce has maintained its status as a renowned name in the field of engineering. One of the most successful luxury cars that money can purchase is a Rolls-Royce, and the brand is recognized in 40 countries, with over 130 dealerships beyond Great Britain. BMW is the current owner of Rolls-Royce. The Rolls-Royce brand is still predominantly recognized for its production of some of the most expensive cars in the world, including the Cullinan, Ghost, Phantom, Wraith, and Dawn. Since 2010, Torsten Müller-Ottfuss has served as the company's CEO, and his tenure has been instrumental in the organization's prosperity. However, it is the vision of Sir Henry Royce and Sir Charles Rolls that has truly transformed Rolls-Royce into the symbol of pure and unadulterated